all, it's Barb coming to you from my craft studio. I've been meaning to do a review on the Scraprack. This one actually was one that I got in a grab bag on the site, so I haven't used it. It was missing some parts, and I think it had like some chipped paint, so when I take it out of the box it won't look perfect. I did put an extra set of wings I had in the box because that was one of the things it was missing. It was missing the wings and a few of the spiders that typically come with it, but this will give you a good idea of what's in the box. I added the extra set of wings I had into the box because I got a better deal on a full Scraprack than I did the expansion pack. There's another set of wings in here. I swore it said it was missing the wings. It obviously wasn't missing the wings because there they are. This is the Scraprack. This is how it comes all folded up. Let me get it out of here. Yeah, bubble wrap, it's sticking to it. I'm just going to toss this on the floor. Let's see what would be the easiest way. You slide this little pin out. Easiest to set it up going this direction, but this is not how it sits once it's up together. Let's see if I can do this from this angle. Yeah, I got it. The problem is I can't see it very well, and I don't want to block the view with my head. There we go. Just like that. But then when you set it up, there's 4 little rubber feet here, and the Scraprack gets this set up this way so that from the back you see that back panel. It does not sit on that panel. A lot of people want to set it up wrong, and then it doesn't function as well as it should if you do that. And then the wings just slide in on either side here. Like that. If you want to hook 2 bases together, you take the wing off and you use that slot where the wing goes to put a Velcro attachment there, and you attach 2 together, or 3 or 4. You can keep going as many as you want, but you only need 1 set of wings no matter how many bases you have. The other thing I don't have in the box because I needed the spiders. I'd forgotten I borrowed those. Oops. Get down here, I can't get back up. Oh. It comes with 7 spiders, which just go here. And you should never load things. You should never open these up when it's on the rack. You should always take them off and use, what I use is a bone folder. Use something blunt that you can peel it off there rather than just pulling it off. I put a magnetic strip on the back of my bone folder so I can just, well, it didn't stay there very well, but I can just hook it up there. That time it did. I must not have hit it very well. I can just set it on the back of mine, or I have a little metal. I happen to have a little metal case next to where my Scraprack sets, so this is where this usually goes. But that's what comes in the box. I will just stop the video here, and then I'll pick up and I'll show you my 3-base Scraprack all put together. Hi all, it's Barb. Just wanted to do a quick show of the Scraprack. This is my 3-base Scraprack. Show you, let's see, real quick, right here. You do connect the Velcro pieces here, I have 3 bases. They recommend a divider at the front and back at a minimum. I'd say you probably should add at least one more in the middle. I happen to have one at each theme. I have my alphabet at the beginning, my themes, and then my rainbow. I keep my calendar section off just because of space. At the back of each section, I do use a Dollar Tree chopping mat. You can buy those there. I think there's 2 in a package for $1, of course. Now, I don't travel with my Scraprack, so that works. If you travel with your Scraprack, I'd say you might want to use Tiffany's dividers at the front and back because they provide a little more coverage. And you could use the Dollar Tree ones for the things in the middle. I happen to like the tabs, but you could label these easy enough. To prevent sag, first make sure you got it set up right. Make sure it's on its feet, not on that flat back. Use the 2 to 3 dividers at least on the Scraprack. Load your pages where the heavy stuff starts at the top near the 3-ring mechanism, go down and then over. Those are the big things. And also, if you're just starting to load your rack and you only have a few spinders on there, you're going to have sag. As you fill it up more, they give each other support, and you don't get as much of that. Think of it like a book. If you take a book and you rip out a middle section of the book is going to fall apart. It's kind of the same type of system here. The spinders lend support to each other. If you want to take a spinder off, because you should always unload off the rack, I keep my bone folder nearby and pry it off with that. Now I do stagger my spinders, meaning I put, this one is towards the bottom of the rack, so I put the next one towards the top. Mine are maybe an inch apart. The rings kind of just barely overlap each other, and that seems to be about the right amount of space between spinders, but you could base that too upon how much you have. Now, if your pages get where they're standing up like this, your rack's too full. You should be able to at least maybe not lay them flat. I mean, no, obviously don't lay flat, but they do lay over enough that it will stay open. If you can't get it to stay open, you're probably too full, and you either need to store some spinders off the rack or add another base. It's an investment, I won't lie there, but it is well worth the cost. I recommend watching for sales on Tiffany's site if it's something you're interested in, or watching HSN. A lot of times on craft days, they put the Scraprack bundle on special. Now their bundle typically includes the rack, the wings, 7 spinders, 110-page variety pack, and I think that is the best way to start, is with a variety pack of pages. You'll learn which pages you use more of based upon your supplies, because it's going to vary from person to person which pages they use more of. And it usually comes with, I think, 15 dividers, which you'll probably end up needing more dividers than that. But that is at least, I think, enough for 2 per spinder. So you could be okay, but like I said, you can add those Dollar Tree ones in the middle if you need to, or at the end, depending on whether you travel with your supplies or not. And it usually comes with a video on organization. And lately they've included one of the craft binders as well, so that you could use to take, I think, up to 3 spinders with you if you travel with your supplies. But that's kind of a quick overview of it. I don't want to go too long because I don't want to make the video too long, but I love the Scraprack. I can find things in a matter of a few minutes. If it's something you're interested in, I highly recommend it. It's, like I said, it's an investment, but we spend a lot of money on supplies. Being able to get access to them so we can use them more frequently is well worth the cost, because if we can't find our supplies, we've wasted money buying them. So I like that I can find things in a matter of minutes, but if you don't, for some reason, either don't, just aren't interested in it, can't afford it, whatever, I still recommend Tiffany's Get Organized Challenge. She provides that 2 to 3 times a year. She doesn't charge for it. It's free. I also highly recommend the Get Organized Challenge Facebook group. My favorite Facebook group ever. Every now and then you'll get a little drama, but for the most part, it's the most drama-free site that I've been on. It really is just a really supportive group of mainly ladies. There are a few guys, but mainly women. But you don't even have to join the Facebook group to participate in the challenge, but I'd recommend both. Like I said, she provides that challenge free a couple times a year, 2 to 3 times. She doesn't really push her products. She uses them, don't get me wrong. She uses her products in her demonstrations because why wouldn't she? It's what she uses. But she doesn't push them. At the end of each week, she'll do a presentation on products. Like the end of paper week, she showed all of the products that she used that you could store paper in. But she does that after the class part is finished. So if you're not interested in seeing the product demonstration, you can stop and you haven't missed any of the class. So, and they have excellent customer service. If you have issues with a product, either something's defective, which, I mean, it happens. Every company has that issue. Like one time I got some of these and the 3-hole punch wasn't right. It was the way it was. It wouldn't load because it was too close to the edge, so it was going off the edge. I contacted them. They sent me out a replacement pad. They have some of the best customer service I've ever encountered, and that alone makes me want to go back to buying their products. Or if you're having problems setting up the Scraprack, your pages are sagging, contact them. They'll help you. But like I said, the main issues with sagging tend to be loading the pages improperly, not using enough dividers, setting the Scraprack up wrong, putting it on its back rather than its feet, or you only have 1 or 2 spiders on there. And the fuller it gets, the better it works. Obviously, it can get overfull, but that's a different issue. But I highly recommend it. I've been using it for, let's see, I think I might have gotten my first Scraprack either 2013 or 14. I've since added on a base and other products, but I love the Scraprack, and the system you can't beat. No matter how you store your products, what you store them in, I recommend using her 4-section system. So be sure to check her out. I will put links to the Scraprack in the description box, and if I think about it, I'll add one of Tiffany's videos as an iCard so you can kind of see her presentation of it. Thanks for joining me. I'll catch you next time.